3 feet, forming both the main hatches, secure life support pumps functioning. Ballast presently set to the chart at 1,100 pounds, we're rated at 113, requesting permission to open this. And begin our dive, we've got the urge to submerge. Crude event 9 lands with hatches secure, life supports on, water valve sets to the target, 1,100 pounds, depth of 150 feet, base keel. All vents 1030. Confirmed, that was your sister boy. 1030, standing by. Small kind of water in the bow there, vertical to 2/3. Vertical 2/3, here goes dive, dive, dive! Take your vertical full, your discretion. Down full. 2 flips. Looking good. Rails now wash. Got your rails. Tail coming wash, ramps due to fall, target sound for Reef bearing 025, 260 feet out, switching to order telephone, have a great time. 225, 260, switching to underwater telephone.
And there she goes, back down to the South Reef. At this time, we highly recommend that you find a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride or cabin.
Wow. Porcupine fish?
You can see that the North Patch Reef is doing much better than the South Patch Reef as far as the bleaching of the coral. It also has a lot more fish activity down here. Again, this is plate coral. What? We got a shark on the starboard side? Do his best to catch him. You can see the cauliflower.
Sorry, just a fish.
So would that be a reef shark that was called?
Yes, that's a white-tipped reef shark. I'm assuming I actually did not see it, but that is our most common shark out here in Hawaii is the white-tipped reef shark, and they often are hanging out here at this reef. Band surgeonfish do not need to do that because of their defense mechanisms. They have a piece of cartilage that runs from their head all the way to their back tail that's as sharp as a surgeon's scalpel. It's actually been known to be able to cut through a diver's neoprene dive suit, so extremely sharp. Those giant porcupine fish, same thing. That guy doesn't look like he can swim very fast, and he doesn't need to, because they have 3 main defense mechanisms. One, they can puff up to 3 times their original size, to the size of about a beach ball. They actually have spikes that come out that are 1 to 2 inches in length. And they also have a neurotoxin in their organs that could kill every one of us on this sub in about 30 minutes. Yep. You want to know what's crazy? Is people eat it. In Japan, it's known as Fugu. It takes 6 years for a chef to be trained how to prepare fugu, almost a doctorate degree. And then his final test is he has to prepare the dish and then eat it himself. It's a pass-fail grade on that one. See these cauliflower coral down here is really bleached. It's because they're much more sensitive to the temperatures down here than the other low-lying coral and the plate coral. The water temperatures are much hotter down here in recent years, and even this summer, than they have been in a long time. So that's what's killing off a lot of the coral down here, is the heat of the water. Like I said, we sent the Atlantis number 9 back to Hawaii. This is the Atlantis number 8 off the port side right now. Captain Matt sunk it 2 weeks ago. This is actually his first dive since the accident, but he seems to be doing much better. He went through all the HR paperwork and they put him back in the game. So now, folks, this is the Carthaginian. The Carthaginian is a 120-foot schooner ship. It's a freight ship, cargo ship. Portside, you're getting a good view of that cargo hold right now. The ship was built in Kiel, Germany in 1920. Sailed around the Baltic Sea, around Europe, delivering goods. But unfortunately for her, with the advent of containerized shipping, mega freights, barges, stuff like that. Oh yeah, port side. This is one of those things, starboard side, you're going to look over your neighbor's shoulders for. Have a spotted eagle ray off to the port side. It's about 20 feet out and about 10 feet lower than us. Just kind of hovering out there. Those are one of those things that are very elusive down here. They're extremely fast swimmer. At port side, that first dead coral you're going to see next to not dead but not healthy plate coral on the right side of the reef. If the coral that's still alive has this color that this crushed reef has on the left side, it means it's healthy, but because it's bleached like this, it means it's not healthy. The algae in the coral will leave and they have nothing to feed off of. So this bleaching means that they're not doing too good. And then port side, you have that, oh, I thought he didn't have a tail. That giant porcupine fish down there right at the bottom of the reef. Those little black guys with the white centers, they look like cracked open double stuffed Oreos. Those are the Hawaiian Dacilus. Those are one of the endemic fish here that I had mentioned, only here in Hawaii. Yeah, and those silver guys swimming up to the sub to see who came down in the human tank today. Those are the big-eyed emperors. The big-eyed emperor, also known as Mu in Hawaiian, feed primarily off of crustaceans. So their diet consists of shrimp, crabs, and lobsters. So you can imagine how good a fish tastes whose entire diet is shellfish. As a matter of fact, in the time of the Hawaiian dynasty, They're considered to taste so good that they're reserved for only royalty. They were the only ones who were allowed to eat them. Also see those little brown guys with the little translucent white tails. A bunch of them floating around up there. Those are the chocolate dipped Chromis. Look like they've been picked up by the tails and dipped in some chocolate. Port side have a Moorish idol swimming around out there. A black, white, and yellow striped fish with a large pennant coming off of his head. So as we leave the South Patch Reef and head to the North Patch Reef, I want to point out the color down here. Was anybody wearing red before we came down here? Hands? Yeah? What were you wearing that was red? Shorts? What color are they now? Black? Dark purple? Black?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Can everybody see his shorts? Hey, bud, can you pop those off and pass them around? So, all right. So yeah, we've undergone a color change. After about only 10 in the order of the rainbow, or the light spectrum, thank you. Starboard side have a male parrot